Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I went to an indoor flea market this weekend and I got some footage of some of the things they have there. I was there a couple weeks ago with my brother and I just wanted to head over there again this past weekend. Sometimes they have an outdoor flea market and it's the end of March and I wasn't sure if they had that yet. No, it was a little cold. Actually it was a little rainy too, so there wasn't an outdoor flea market, so I shouldn't have been surprised, but they have a huge indoor section. So I decided just to go over there yesterday, and I honestly was not going to film. I went over there, and I'm like, I'm just going to walk around for me. Saturday morning was quiet. The kids were off doing their own thing. Josh was sleeping in, so I wanted to go and walk around and just chill a little bit. And I did. Oh, the sky looks so pretty today. Let me show you the sky 1 second. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It is a beautiful morning. Oh my goodness. Okay, and that's my view this morning. Isn't that nice? I'm very blessed with this view. Anyway, so when I first got there, I was like, I'm just gonna walk around, chill, not worry about filming, because sometimes it takes the fun out of looking at things for me because I have to focus so much on what I'm doing that I can't enjoy the items and the things and the feel, whatever. When I got there, there was one of the first booths that I walked into. This guy had these shelves and shelves of old tins, and I immediately thought of Josh. I'm like, these are so cool. He'll love these. He collects little tins of, as long as they're old and vintage, you know, and honestly, I like them too. They're really, really cool. They're fun to have. So I'm like, forget it. Okay, I gotta film these because I know Josh would like to see them. I'm like, I'm here. I might as well. So I have a little bit of footage for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. And it was actually a nice day. I ended up talking to a few of the vendors in there. People were real chatty and really nice. So it was nice. It was a good morning. So I didn't buy anything. I was tempted. There's one booth in there. They had this Pan Am square bag. I'm not sure how old it is, or I'm pretty sure it's vintage. But every time I go in there, I think about buying it. It's $25, but I don't, because I like unique bags, like something that's like not everybody has. And as much as I like it, $25 is steep for me. It's not a bad price for the bag itself. It's actually a really good price compared to eBay prices. But me and my cheap butt, like I want to spend like $5 on it. Like most of my favorite bags that I have, I spent $3, $1, you know, just a couple bucks. So that's how I roll. I like to get things really cheap because that's half the fun. That's half the fun of treasure hunting, is finding something for an extremely low price. So it's one of those items where I like it, but anyway, so there was a lot of cool things there. I'll come back. I'll do an outro after I do the footage through the indoor flea market. And there's a couple other items I want to talk about, but let's go through the footage first, and then I'll meet you back here when we're all done. Okay. Here's a booth with all the old vintage tins that I immediately thought Josh of. I mean, there's some jars here as well. But they had some really fun ones. They actually had like a Nesquik one, I think, here somewhere. Little Band-Aids. I remember the old metal Band-Aid containers. Oh, the log cabin syrup. I kind of remember those as well. I like the spice containers. Spot removal. It's cool actually going over some of these videos because a lot of stuff I usually miss. Oh yeah, there. Oh, Nestle Cocoa. Nestle Cocoa. That looks older than I was thinking it was. That might be like 70s. I have to look into that. He just had a really nice collection. Some fun stuff in there. It's on the uranium glass, or is that, am I saying it right? Yeah, uranium. This red vase is really pretty. It was, for 23, that was a little much for me. Plus, I honestly don't collect a whole lot of red stuff. I do have a few red items scattered around, but it's not my go-to color. This was an odd piece of glass. I have one similar to this, but it's green. It's more of an orange. I'm guessing it goes to like a traffic light. I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah, I like this doll. I loved her face. I couldn't tell how old she was. She definitely looked vintage to me. I liked her dress as well. I liked the pattern on it. It looked like she even had little porcelain feet. Like she even had little shoes. Little Costco. So $12 is not bad for that. It was a little worn, but you can easily get some Rust-Oleum spray paint and repair those. These box of old Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. My brothers grew up playing with these all the time. I remember them being all over the floor or the table. I remember as a kid I collected a few, but I really didn't play with them a whole lot. There's our heater turning off. If you hear any sounds, I'm by the window of our house, front window. So sometimes there's traffic, and then when our heater turns on and off, you can kind of hear the fan turn on and off. Those cool old cars. Actually, some of these were pretty vintage. They're pretty neat. Did you play with Matchbox cars and Hot Wheels when you were growing up? Did you have like a huge collection? Or did you know somebody who did? I used to have a little gold car. I remember it was this gold sparkly car. I loved it. I remember one time too getting a car at a grocery store. This is back in like the 90s. I got a Matchbox car because I think it was purple and I thought it was cool. Put it in the car and then we went to another store, came back, and it was a totally different color. And I couldn't figure out what had happened. I was so confused. And I realized it was a color changing car. So between like temperature or whatever temperatures changed the color, the paint on it, it would change color. I didn't realize until I got back to the car. It must have been roasting in the car. Sometimes I don't have the patience to dig through boxes, but sometimes you can find the neatest stuff if you just take your time and dig through. So I was kind of trying to be patient here and just see what was in here. Some of these Legos looked really old to me. I thought the Little People's, like Fisher Price, I don't think it was. It looked like a generic knockoff. Little bits and pieces of this and that. Oh yeah, they have a cool pen in here. If you wait for a second, it actually has like a little ship or a little like boat inside that moves. There must be some kind of... Here we go. So fun. Anyway. Get a little star Barbie case. I'm not sure what this... Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I think you're supposed to put a battery in there and you get little lights. It's kind of like a little vanity. That thing felt rock hard. That thing must have been old. It was... I think if you go to throw it, it would not bounce. It would just kind of stop. Well, little random pieces. I was hoping to come across something really cool, but it wasn't to be. That one little old car there that I threw off to the side. I remember my dad had some cars, Matchbox cars, when he was a kid. I remember he would always tell us to wash our hands afterwards because some of the old ones had lead paint. And they didn't want us getting... It's like, oh yeah, this hat box. I love the box. Actually, I just wanted the box. I didn't want the hats. But I know a lot of people collect old vintage hats. Yeah, $28 for the little doll bed. Some of these dolls were kind of cute and some were on the creepy side. I think most old dolls are kind of creepy, but I think that's why people like them. That just cracks it. Look at the shoes. Look at the shoes. These are actually little boots on there, but the boots had like little toes on them. It was the weirdest thing. Oh, someone's been decapitated. The expressions on these dolls' faces, oh my gosh, it was so funny. They're shocked or surprised or happy or judging. She looks familiar. I know I've seen her before. Again, I don't collect dolls, so honestly was more doing this in case there's anybody out there on my channel who likes to collect dolls. I thought you might enjoy this. The Easter Bunny in Another Life, when he was a court jester, or whatever this is. Couldn't quite make out what he was supposed to be. Got some ceramics. This lady's booth was really, really cool. A little bit of everything. So groovy, so retro. Isn't that fun? Look at all the colors and the lights. Oh, I love it. I could just spend all day in there. Little glass. I think it's an ice bucket. I'm not sure. A little metal top to the glass bucket. And the flower. I guess it's a flower frog. Or is that for your pens or pencils? I think it's for your flowers, though. Again, I'm still learning. A dog head planter. This sucker was heavy. Thick glass. It was really, really cool. For $22, I thought that was more than fair. I can hear the trucks on the highway up the street. Oh my goodness, it's so loud out. This was actually metal. I thought it was plastic, and I lifted it up. It actually had some weight to it. Okay, there's a truck about to go by. It's not me farting, I swear. He's using his Jake brake. Oh my gosh, you can hear him. Thanks, dude. I'm trying to do a voiceover here. Isn't this phone cool? If I had a landline, I would have snagged that. I love the pink and the turquoise. The reason I filmed this doll is because I was just watching another thrifter's YouTube video, and the gentleman found a doll that had like a very similar face. Oh yeah, she was so buggered up though, but it was like a 1920s, 1930s doll face. Okay, I don't collect dolls, but this doll almost made me, like I almost bought her because I love this face. I love her little head. Isn't she cool? Oh, I just loved her so much. There's no price. I'm like, had I found her for like $5 or under, I probably would have snagged her. I don't know where I would put her, but I just love her face, those big eyes. Check out some jewelry. I kind of am getting into pins. I enjoy like really odd, different pins. Like it really has to stand out to me for me to buy it. But I didn't find anything this day. There was a good collection. This lady has really good prices and a really good selection, but I just did not find anything that was calling out to me. And we're just about done. This is a shorter video, but it was just nice walking around. A nice rainy morning. At this point in time, the rain was pouring. You could hear it on the roof of the building. It was just so relaxing and calming. And yeah, really, really nice pins. And again, her prices were really fair. Oh, my word. I've never seen this before. The Hess's Gravy Boat. They went $180 for that thing, but look how cool. I've never, ever seen that before. I had to get that on film. Film? This isn't film. Sorry, I'm dating myself. Little Easter bunnies collection. Easter's right around the corner, so everyone's got their Easter stuff out. I thought they're so cool, though. A little bit. So what did y'all think of that? It was really fun to go through and see the different items. I don't know if I got... There was one item, I haven't gone over my videos yet. I haven't edited it, so I cannot remember off the top of my head. I don't do the outro after I've like edited it. I tack this on. However I do the editing, that's how I do it. But one lady had a bottle. It was like a paperweight, and it had a little stopper in it. It was for perfume, and I was so tempted to get it because it was so pretty. She only wanted $10 for it, but yeah, I decided not to get it just because I know I wouldn't use it for its intended purpose. So anyway, you can see I'm messing my house behind me. This is why I see this light fixture here. We love this. We got it at Lowe's years ago when we moved here. I love this light fixture. It's like that mid-century starburst or whatever, atomic, whatever, and I love it. But whenever I try and do videos with that on, I get these weird lines across my screen. I don't know why. There's a little mess over there. But anyway, like it has great lighting. The light's great, but it's just, I don't know why it does that. So I'm here in the kitchen, sitting on my Costco stool, just doing the outro. Anyway, but it was fun walking around. I saw some interesting items. In fact, at the very, very end, and I did not get footage of this, there was a gentleman in a booth where he had all this glassware and some pottery and everything. But he had this section with this mid-century glassware, and I wish I would have got footage of it. It would be way better to talk about it if I'd shown you. But there was this really, really tall orange vase. It was like, I want to say 24 inches, maybe 20. I'm not sure. It was big, and it was like a cylinder, and it was heavy, 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 and it was just the base, and it slightly narrowed at the top. Like it wasn't a little bit of narrowing. And I was looking on it, and I was looking for a maker's mark or a name, a price tag, anything, and there was nothing there. So I asked the gentleman. I asked him, do you know who made this, whatever, and whoever he got it from didn't know, and he didn't know. And so I don't know if it's American made, I don't know if it's Swedish, I don't know if it's vintage, but it was this really cool. If I ever go back there again, I'll have to take a picture if it's still there. But it was this really cool, like see-through glass, but it was orange and it was heavy. Oh my gosh, it was heavy, but it was so cool. I did ask him how much he wanted. He said 80. I felt like $80 was, considering I didn't know who the maker was, it wasn't worth it to spend the money. I liked it. Maybe it had it been like 2025, I might have considered it, but it could have been made like 10 years ago, for like Wayfair. I have no idea, Of course, shipping that thing would have been a nightmare because it's so heavy. But anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you're all doing well. I hope your weekend was fun. Our weekend was fun. I am really happy today because I don't have jury duty. I got a summons about a month ago, and I was supposed to call last night after 5, and if my sequence number was called, I'd have to go in today. So my sequence number wasn't called, and I am so excited. I feel free today. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it to enjoy the day. I'm just so happy I have to do jury duty. So anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Have a good week. I do have another video coming up. I did some yard sales on Sunday. So I might do that later today or tomorrow. I'm not sure when that video is going to come out, but stay tuned. It's coming. It's not real long, but there's a few little things in there. So stick around, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.